Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and I want to talk a little bit on losing your edge. And the reason is I'm 70 years old, and I'm a little slow too. And it finally dawned on me that I have lost my edge. And what that means, this is what I want to talk about. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just natural. I hate everything natural doesn't mean it has to be good. But like I say, what happens when you okay, like I say, I've been an entrepreneur all my life, so maybe that's one reason why I really kind of kept my edge longer than most. But I mean, it's not like I just lost it just now, but I mean, it finally dawned on me what that means. And what it is, it's now I've never borrowed money. Borrowing money just that's against my grain. I did borrow money when I was in the oil business, and see, I was in the oil business. I was like 30 years old to 30 to 35, 36 years old, something like that. And when you're young like that, it's a little different. And I say, I couldn't believe I would borrow money, but like I say, I was dealing with such large sums of money that it was hard to keep up with all of it, so it was easier just to borrow money on this stuff. And paying it back was just part of it, you know, no big deal. And but like I say, when you, now as I'm older, not only after that, when it comes to money, talking about the money part, like I say, I didn't have a good experience borrowing money, so then only did it once, and I didn't work out well, so that burned that out. But that's on the money part. But also, and I can't really go into a lot of detail, but I noticed, well, I mentioned SWAT, and I noticed I've been watching some videos on supposedly combat people, and they say, well, we're gonna come home tonight, we're gonna be safe, you know, we gotta do this right so we're safe. A good example, now this is an extreme now, a good example is the Marines. When I was in, I don't know what's going on now, I have no idea, but when I was in, we were told we were under no obligation to do or to take immoral orders or to do immoral acts. Now, you say something like that when our job is to kill people, you know, so that was kind of odd. And but I didn't realize how much that impacted me as an 18-year-old, and I still live with that same philosophy. And Marines also say, act professional, be polite, and have a plan to kill everybody around you. And like I say, all that kind of keeps going. Now, none of that says we're going to be home tonight. You know? So our safety, our personal safety, is not a priority. We have duties as a Marine, duties, and we are obligated. We have obligations not only to the Corps, but we have obligations to other Marines. But none of this involves our safety. It's not a consideration. And I've noticed it in everything around me. People, and I say that's an extreme. And when you get to the point where you are in fear of dying, we're back to the extreme thing. I think that is when you lose your edge. And even still now, the dying part, you know, that's natural. It's going to happen. I'm not concerned about it. And even the way that I die is not a big consideration, other than I try to keep myself healthy and fit. And but it's not only so I'm not sick and die, but it's also so, like I say, I can defend myself. And when you have that attitude, you can tend to go places and do things, you know, that most people can't. And but I say, I've noticed as an entrepreneur starting another business, there's no way I'm going to start a long-term business. It used to be I don't care, long-term, short-term, didn't make any difference to me. I just love business. But nowadays, I notice I'm not really looking to get into a long-term financial commitment. So that means I lost my edge in business. And so fear is one of these things that will tell you, whatever kind of fear, financial fear, fear in your health, like I say, self-defense or any of this stuff. Whenever you get to the point that you think you don't have everything that it takes, and you can't get what it takes, you've pretty much lost your edge. And now, how bad is it going to be? I don't think, like I say, now as I'm thinking about it, I don't know how long, but I've lost my edge a long time ago in many levels of life. And but like I say, I've learned to adapt, and so there's certain things I don't take chances on that I used to. I would take more of a chance. Most of the stuff that you know, that I don't take a chance on is, like I say, I know it was difficult. What do you call it? Dyslexia. And so that's always been a problem all throughout my life. But I noticed, man, it's become really troublesome. And I say that's another reason why I like foreign countries. I can't read the language anyway, so it's no big deal. But it is difficult here in the States because you're expected to know a lot of stuff, and you don't always know all this stuff. So that's what makes it a little difficult for me. So, and that's what I'm saying. That's what makes me lose my edge on certain things. But anyway, I just it was just funny that I thought about how and what's going on. You know, why certain things I second guess myself. I seek approval for doing certain things, stuff like that. These are all signs that you've lost your edge, but also it's also a sign that you're more intelligent. You know, so because you just don't jump into things. And that's what I've noticed, you know, because since I decided to move back to the United States and stay here, you know, it was a thought out process. And I'm not known for thinking out a process. so this is where I've really seen a lot of things that I've done that shows that I have lost my edge, but it also shows I'm a little more intelligent than I used to be. So, but anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.